Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we have a Toyota Sienna 2014, guys, and we're changing the oil on this bad boy today. So anyways guys, I'm going to show you step by step how to change the oil on these types of vans. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks like that I learned over the years. So we're going to get right into it. Before we get started guys, make sure to like and subscribe for content coming out like this. So I'm gonna get right into the supplies and what we need to do the oil change. So to change the oil on this van, it takes about 6 liters, so that is 6.4 quarts. So you're gonna need about 2 oils guys, 2 oil jugs, and the oil for this van, 2014 Toyota Sienna, is 0W20 SAE guys, okay? And use synthetic. I trust you. Synthetic is the way to go. And they're saying here guys that it is made with natural gas. I like Pennzoil. It's a nice one. Okay, so you're also gonna need a funnel guys when you pour the oil in. And sorry guys if you hear the sound in the background. It's basically my diesel heater heating up my shop, and that's how I stay warm in the winter months when I'm doing oil changes. Okay, I went to Toyota today and I got some stuff from them. So I got the oil filter here, and it's really nice. I like it because it shows you all the steps. So I'm going to be explaining the steps with you during the video. And then it comes with new gaskets and all that stuff, like O-rings. And you're also going to ask them when you go there, you want a washer for the bottom of the drain plug. So you can have a new washer so it seals tight. That's all. For that, you're going to need a nice catch pen just so you don't spill any oil on the floor. If not, you can use like just cardboard. That'll work too. You're going to need a bucket to collect the oil in. And you're going to have garbage bags to collect it in, guys. And then after that, you're going to take it back to the facility where they dispose of oil. Most times you can bring them the big bucket. But I usually want the bucket back so they can take the bag. And they're fine with that. Just check with your local disposal place. Right into the tools here. So we don't need much. First one guys we need is a torque wrench. So everything that I list guys here will be in the link in description just to let you guys know. So we're gonna need a torque wrench. This one starts at 10 foot-pounds guys, and it goes all the way up to 150. But even if you can get one at 5 to like say 50 or whatever, that's good. You don't need like a big one like this. Just have one that goes at least 10 to 25, because I wrote down some notes here. The torque plug, the drain for the torque plug is going to be 18 to 25. So we're going to torque the drain plug 25 foot-pounds. And the oil capacity, as I said, 6.4 quarts, 0W20. And we're going to be using about 6 liters today. So I would say one of the jugs and a half, okay? And what else do we need guys? We need some wipers guys, because it's gonna get a little dirty. We need a tea guys too, just so when you're out here in the cold you can have a nice tea when you're doing your oil change. Also you're gonna need a ratchet here, right? So this is a 1/4 inch ratchet. Or no, it's 1/2 inch. Sorry guys, 1/2 inch here. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch extension with a drive. The drain plug guys is 14 millimeters. So that's the one. It's not imperial, it's metric. So you guys be careful of that. 14 millimeters. You're also gonna need extension for your basically your torque rod here, because when you're torquing the stuff, you might need extra space. So this will help. You're gonna need a pick, guys, to take off the old gaskets on the old filter. So this is a nice pick I got from Snap-on actually, but any pick will work. You're gonna want a oil filter tool here. I'm gonna link this one down below. I got this from Amazon too. I really like it. I'll link to the same one. But what it is basically it's a 1/2 inch drive, but I put a 1/2 inch drive adapter on. But there's you can get a 1/2 inch drive for a torque wrench too. But since I have a 1 inch torque wrench, I put the adapter on just so I can torque it with this, because believe it or not guys, I'm going to show you, there's going to be some torque settings you have to do on this. So you're going to put it on, right? And then here it's going to say, let me read it, let's see. So it says, for example, so this is just the box. it tells you. Even, okay, when I take it off, I'm going to show you guys, but the torque is going to be actually on the housing here itself. I was going to say torque this to 18 or 25, and then torque that one too. So I'll walk you through all that. It's a little tricky the first time, but after you do it, it's easier. So you need that. You need a little adapter there. You need some flashlights, guys. It's good to have like a couple of them because yeah, some run out. So just have extra flashlights on hand. Just have a pen too or marker. Write down your kilometers, and then you're gonna plus the kilometers on the oil. So I like to change my oil about every, like, I would say 9 to 10,000 K, because it's synthetic, right? You can probably even do longer, but I want to be on the safe side. So anyways, guys, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna be right underneath the engine here, so I'm gonna show you how I got the car set up. Hey guys, so I have my Toyota van up here on basically a ramp I made, so it's gradual. It's basically like you drive up on this wood piece, then you go up, and then you go up, and it's just like stairs, like in a house. And then you're eventually up. And then I put the e-brake on and put in park, shut off the engine. You're gonna see underneath I got everything ready. I got the creeper here, and we are looking good. We can start draining the oil. But before that, guys, I'd like to start up this engine. I gave it a test ride around the block. I just ran it, but I want to run it a little more, guys, so the oil is nice and warm. So when I pull the plug, all the oil can come out. So I'm going to start that up right now. Okay, guys, for you. Okay, guys, we're back here now. So I just started up the car. I'm just letting the car run. I'm not revving it or anything. I'm just letting it on idle. I'll let it run for, I would say, 1 to 2 minutes or so, okay? But another thing is, in the meantime, you're gonna want to take your number here, guys, and write it down on paper, or take a screenshot with your phone. I'm gonna do that next. And this is how much it has now, and then you're gonna add on to the next current oil change like intervals. So you're just gonna write a little sticker, and then you can put it somewhere like on your windshield or something, and then you can see for next time. So yeah, guys, just let it run. What this does, it's very important. It makes all the oil like circulate around in your engine, and it makes it easier for the oil to come out. It's nice and hot. When something's cold, like molasses, it takes a while to pour out, right? But if it's nice and warm, it comes out very quick. So that's what I'm saying. So you warm it up, and then you're gonna drain it. The first thing I'm gonna do on this van, I'm gonna go underneath and I'm gonna change the filter first, okay? After I got the filter done first, then I'm gonna drain the pan, because I'll tell you in the next video when I put the clip on. But the reason why I do that is because there's oil in the filter, believe it or not. There's not much, but there still is. So say if you drain it first, then you can do it anyway, but I like to drain the filter and then the oil pan. Okay guys, so it's been some time now. I'm just gonna shut off the engine. Perfect, it's in park. Okay, make sure it's in park. Make sure the e-brake's on. So I'm just gonna push the e-brake all the way in. It's like that. So you push down like that, perfect. You know the car's not moving anywhere, and we're just gonna go right underneath the engine right now. I'll see you under. So right now I'm on my creeper, and I'm gonna get ready to go under. Before I go under, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now to set up. So I got some bags, and I got the bucket I'm pouring the oil in. So I'm just gonna line this bag just like usual, like I would say a garbage bin, okay? So we're gonna put one here. And remember, guys, once you're done, take this oil to a waste facility, or you can pour it back into the reused jugs that you used. You know, you can just pour it out. But since I want to reuse the bucket, I can take the plastic, and they'll take it at the waste facility. They'll just cut the bag open and drain all the oil out. That's an easy, quick way of. That's just how I do it, to be honest, and I find it's like really easy. So sorry about the camera here. I'm just putting everything in like that. Make sure that it is nice and secure. It's nice and ready. And what you can do too, guys, you can put a plastic, you can put like a bungee cord around it, or elastic band or something. So then when the oil comes in, it's not going to all cave in. It's not going to just, it will all crumple like that. At least you want it just to hold its bag kind of thing. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this underneath with me. It's just an extra catch pan. You can bring some cardboard too, which I have some cardboard under. And the first thing I'm gonna do, guys, is take off the oil filter. So I got a light, I got my tools here, guys. So this is a ratchet, and this is an extension, and I got an extra light. And this is a quarter inch, and then I got an extra rag here just in case if something spills. Okay, so let's go under, guys. We are coming under. We are bringing our tray pin underneath, and it's really tight, guys, underneath here, but that's why you lifted it up. I'm gonna put the light on, guys, so you guys can see better. There we go. So this is the oil filter, guys. That is the one we're gonna get at. The first thing I like to do is I like to take this one out and let it drain, because there's some pressure built up. If you try to take the whole thing off, you can, but you also have to know too that there is a little O-ring in there. I'm gonna show you, and you have to replace that, because if you don't replace it, it could potentially leak the next time. So I want to take that out, okay? So I'll be back when I loosen it up, but what I'm gonna use for that, guys, is I'm gonna use extension here, right? Extension, it can go right in like that. And then I'm just gonna use my ratchet, attach it, and then I'm gonna do lefty loosey, righty tighty. So I'm gonna loosen that, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I got cracked. Now I'm just loosening it up, and now it's gonna come out, okay? So now you see here that there's gonna be some oil, but not much. And lucky, guys, we have a pan just right there, it catch the oil. So you're gonna wanna see here, guys, that there is an O-ring. You're gonna wanna change that O-ring, guys. It's very important. So what I like doing is I like taking that off, I like releasing the pressure, and then I also like putting this back on, guys. And there's a torque spec, it's like 10 to 18 foot-pounds torque. I'm gonna torque that back up, and then we're gonna take off the main section here, okay? And that's very important. Okay guys, so as you open up the box, you're gonna find a drainer here. This is gonna be used for the drain to release the pressure of the oil. You're gonna find your oil filter here. Keep that very clean, put it aside. So I'm just gonna put it back for now when I really need it. Okay, and I'll put that over here, just so we don't get that dirty, because that's a brand new oil filter. And then you're gonna have two gaskets here, like O-rings, a little one and big one. So we're gonna open that up, and after we're done draining it, we're gonna replace the old one with the new one. That's very important, so we have a nice tight seal. I'm gonna go right under right now and show you how this one works, okay? So I got a light here, guys. You guys can probably see it better now because the light is working. That's the thing, guys, you always need lights on this thing because you need to see what you're doing. Okay, I'm just gonna move this back, put that there. So I took off the cap, guys. This is the one. I took it off. Wasn't too tight, but remember, guys, we're gonna have to torque that after, and we'll see the specs on the bottom after. So I'm gonna take this and put it in just like that, and this is, you're gonna see what's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna release the pressure. Okay, sometimes there's a lot of pressure buildup, sometimes there's not, but you're just gonna want to push that in like that, and you're gonna let that drain. It doesn't always go to plan, but yeah, like that. So you're just gonna go like that. It's really a thing you gotta push like that, and you see now it's draining out, okay? And that's what you want. So release that pressure, so when you take it off, there's not gonna be much oil spilling out. So I'll be back when it's done, but I'll just show you guys what it's doing right now. So you're just gonna drain that pressure just like that. See, so Just let it drain out, let all the oil come out. Be careful, guys. It's not too hot, the engine, but if it was hot, be careful of your hands. Wear gloves or something. You don't want to burn yourself. And look at this oil. This oil is black, so it's about time for an oil change. Okay, I'd say that's good, guys. That tool used it for the purpose. Okay. Now I'm going to take off this O-ring, guys. You guys can use a pick, or you can just get it out like that. But there we go, I got it out. So there we go. So after that, you're gonna open the new O-ring and we're gonna put that on, okay? Guys, so now we got the oil drained out. I got the new O-ring from the box and I just put some oil around it. The reason why I put oil around it is so when I put it back on, it has a nice clean seal. So I'm gonna show you here. I gave this a nice wipe too, so I'm gonna put the new O-ring right here, guys. And you're just gonna wanna tuck that in. Just like that. And it might seem like a little too big, but it's okay. It will eventually fit in. You just have to mold it in. So you just have to sneak it in, okay? And you're just gonna go around it, make sure you have oil in it and it's nice and oiled. And now I'm gonna get the cap. I looked on the box, guys. The box has the torque specs on here. So if you look at the very bottom one, right here, it says figure 3. It says for that little guy, it is 12.5 plus 2.5, so it's very small. Numeric pounds, or 9.5 plus or minus. So I would say 10 foot-pounds, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. 10 or 11, plus or minus. So we're gonna get the cap, guys. I cleaned the cap up. Now we got it drained. I'm gonna put this cap back on. Okay. Perfect. Spin that on. Make sure you guys go slow. Don't cross thread it, guys. Whatever you do, if you cross thread, then you have to buy a whole new housing, guys. Not just a filter or anything. It's the whole oil filter housing, and you don't want to buy new ones. Be careful. Take your time. Put that on. Perfect. Tighten that. Nice. And now I got my torque wrench here. Don't drop your torque wrench too, guys. Really don't. And I have it set. They said 10 plus or minus 2, so I have it on 12 just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna put my adapter on here and I'm gonna start torquing it down, and I'll be back after. Okay, guys, so what I just had to edit. I just got extension here on my torque wrench, and you're gonna hold it very straight and you're just gonna move it. Now remember, guys, this is not that tight, so you're just gonna go sideways, and when it clicks like that, I'll show you, it's tight. There's no need to tighten it anymore. That's the max tightness, guys. So I did 12 foot-pounds for that guy there. Remember, guys, pull it off first, drain it with that funnel, guys, right in there, and then torque it back to 12 foot-pounds. And don't go any more tight. Okay, perfect. Just to confirm that, guys, you're just gonna do a couple clicks, make sure that's good, because you don't want any oil leaking out. Just confirm it, guys. That's the one thing. If you're doing this by yourself, confirm it, and you know you're doing it right. That's the one tip I would say to you guys. Okay, we're gonna get on to the next video. I'll be back. So we just finished that up. Now it's time to pull off the oil filter. So I got this special tool, guys. I'm gonna put in the link description. I do get an affiliate earning. It will help out the channel if you guys purchase a oil filter tool for this. But I appreciate it. If you guys need one, that's the best spot to get it. I recommend it too. So you're gonna look at this here. You're gonna see the notch cutouts. So you're gonna put one side with a notch like that, and you're gonna see the other side. There's gonna be notches. Let me try to show you. See how there's notches all around there? So you're gonna want to put it on. So this way it doesn't go on, but you're gonna have to find a way where the notches all align. So just play around with it, and there we go. We got it. So after that's on there, we're also gonna get our ratchet here, and we're gonna take it off that way. So I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna get rid of the extender there. Now we're gonna put on our ratchet on the tool. Sorry about the footage, guys. I'm trying to invest in a GoPro, but Eventually I'll get there so you guys can see what I'm doing. But we are gonna put this on now. Make sure you guys put it on right. And this, I like this one because it is a ratchet that can basically like twist. It can, you know, twist. I'm gonna crack it for you because it's kind of hard with one hand. After that, I'll show you how it goes. Okay. Okay, guys. So I ended up using a long extension, and then I have my ratchet on the bottom. So yeah, I'm slowly twisting it off. Lefty loosey, guys. And yeah, you're gonna have the oil coming out shortly. So I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna have that bucket right here by the side, and it's gonna come out pretty quick. So also, too, guys, maybe put this tray underneath too, just so you can catch everything. So I'll show you what that's gonna look like when I take that off. Okay, I'll be back. I got it pretty loose, like to hand loose. I'm gonna bring my bucket underneath, guys, that I prepared earlier. And look at it, it's already dripping. So now I'm gonna spin it. And guys, make sure if it is hot or something, make sure that you have gloves on. You guys are very careful because the hot oil can burn you. So I'll loosen it a little bit, let it drain, and then I would spin it a little more. I'll let a little more oil drain and just keep going at it. So there you go. And it is almost coming out, guys. And when it drops, you're just gonna hold that metal piece. Okay. And here we go. Make sure you catch all that oil. And for now, let that drain, okay? You can put that in there for now. Now you guys can see underneath. I'll show you here. There it is. So that's the oil filter housing. That's where the oil filter housing connects in. But right now, let that drain. It's part of the engine block, so just let all the oil drain out. For now, we're gonna work on this guy now. We're gonna come out from here, guys, and we're gonna look at this more in depth. And I'm gonna show you on what to do with this guy, okay? So there's a mess, but it's okay, guys. Remember, you're doing it yourself, so things are gonna happen, guys. Don't worry. You can't control everything, okay? So here we go. We have this filter here. We're gonna take the old one out. And what I like doing sometimes is I like opening it up and inspecting it if there's any like metal filings or something, because you can tell a lot on the engine based on the filter. What I like doing is that I like to take this in the parts cleaner and clean it all up. And like I said earlier, we have the kit. I'll get it here. So we used one O-ring already, guys, and now this is the second one. The second one, I'll show you where it goes. It goes right around here on the oil filter housing. It's very important, guys, you don't use the same one. You use the new one, because the reason is this seals the unit to the engine. If it's the old one, trust me, guys, the old one, it's been heated up so many times, it's cooled down. You don't want to reuse it, okay? So put a new one on, just trust me. And it's there, so might as well use it. So I got a snap-on pick. You can use any pick here, guys. I'll put it down in the description if you want a set of picks from Amazon. So I'm trying to do this one hand to show you, but you're gonna come in with a pick and you're gonna pull it up, right? And there is some slots you can get your pick in. You're gonna pull it up and then you're gonna slide it off, okay? There we go. So this is the old one, guys. Get rid of that one, guys. Throw it out. Put it in the tray. Just know that this is your old one. This is your old filter. And then you have a new O-ring and you got a new filter in a box. So guys, the new filter is what you're gonna put inside the housing. So for now, I'm gonna let that drain. I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be back because we're gonna be reinstalling this filter here. And also we're gonna torque it to spec. I believe here it says 25, but when I come back, I'm gonna confirm with you guys how much we should torque it down to, okay? I'll see you back. So I got my oil filter housing, that's cleaning right now, but right now, I'm underneath. I'm gonna show you with a little more light. This is the engine block where it goes into. So I'm gonna wanna get a clean rag and just clean it up, guys. Clean the surrounding area, clean the inside. You want to make sure that you get all the debris out, all the old oil out. Just make it nice and shiny like it was from factory, guys. So take your time, guys, on this, because it is going to make a big difference when you reinstall it, because it will like go in really smooth. There's not going to be any like say dirt in the threads. It's just going to go very nice, guys. So that's the thing, you always want to take your extra time when you're doing it, because it shows you, you know, like when you take your time doing things, then you're gonna have better results. You know, things are not gonna get like messed up. You're gonna know you took the steps, so it's right, you know. So just take your time, guys, clean it up. As you see what I'm doing here, just getting it nice and clean, get it spanking new. And if it takes you a good 5-10 minutes, whatever, so what, guys. You're doing it yourself. You want to have it done right, and you want to have your car looking the best, or your truck or van. There we go. So I'd say, guys, look at that. Look at that. That is nice and shiny. I could actually work a little more up there where that oil is. So I'll just touch up on that. But I think that's pretty good, guys. You can use brake clean too, whatever you want. I try not to use any of that brake clean stuff because it's not good for your health, guys. It really isn't. Okay, there we go, nice and clean. See there, it's nice and shiny. Okay, I'm gonna take you on the bench and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna set up the new oil filter to reinstall, and I'll go through the torques and everything. So okay, I'll be back. Now I'm back here with the nice clean filter. So what I did is I cleaned it with nice warm hot running water, and then I got a towel and I just cleaned it up. I made sure I got all the oil out, all the dirt, everything out, make it nice and new. So next step, guys, for this one is you're gonna get your gasket out, and I just put some oil on it before. So just put in oil this for like not even a minute or so, just rub it around, make sure it's well oiled up, so we can put this on here so there's no cracking in the O-ring or anything. You just want to make sure it goes on smooth. So I'm just going to show you with one hand here. You're going to put it here. Try not to stretch it too, guys. Take your time with it. Take your time. I can't stress that enough, guys, in this video. This video is all about taking your time and doing it yourself and doing it right. You know what they say, if you want it done right, then do it yourself. Because in a shop, you know what they're going to do? They are going to slap your stuff together. They're not going to clean this out like that new. I bet you the only person that can make it that clean is yourself. You know, that's why I decided to do my own oil changes and everything from now on. So you see, guys, I got slidden on. Now I'm going to put it down in this one here. So this is where the O-ring should go, guys. Make sure you guys put it in that slot. So you see there's a track here, and you're just going to pop that in like that. And if you're not sure, guys, look at the box, and the box is going to show you. It's going to say put it in the track, okay? So you see how right there there's a little marking, like it looks like a little ingot or something. You look here, there's the ingot too, right? But what does it say? Just look at it. It says okay above here, not below. So we're going to put that right beside each other and see. It says okay, and we see the little ingot, the square, like that. And this one says no good, no NG, no good. If you put it down below, it's not going to seal, it's not going to go in right. If you put it high too, it's not going to go in right. So make sure you put it there. Confirm, guys, look, right there. Okay. So that's, I can't stress that enough, guys. I saw so much mechanics in the shop. They're like, oh, I think this O-ring goes up here. It goes on that one. No, there's a reason why. There's a picture, and this is how the dealership made it. This is how the manufacturer made the stuff. You know, you can't start making up your own. That's where it goes, guys. Okay, there we go. We got that. Make sure, guys, look at it and match it up. Even if you're not sure, take a picture when you take it off and just mark it where it is, and then you know, put it on where it came off of. Okay, simple as that. Now we're gonna put the oil filter in, guys. So what I'm gonna do is open up the box. Be very, very careful of it, guys. Don't drop it on the floor. Don't get it dirty. Even what I'm tempted to do, guys, too, is just put it like that, right? Just pour it on and then dab it down, guys, like that. Okay, and try not to touch it. So I'm gonna put my hand in the box. I'm gonna put slight pressure and push it down like that. That's the thing. You see now my hands, look, I have greasy hands and everything, but the oil filter did not get dirty. And to be honest, look, I'll make sure it's nice and flat. It's flat, it's bouncing around, that's good, because there's a spring in this oil filter. So that is looking good. I can just double check with a nice clean rag. Make sure that is seated right. Make sure it's seated. It is seated right, guys. Look at that. There we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour some oil in the filter, because when you start up the car engine, you're gonna need oil in the filter, and the filter is gonna circulate to the engine. So we're gonna pour some oil in there, guys. So I'm gonna get some oil right now. I got some here. And we're gonna fill it up, but not all the way, okay? So we're just gonna get this filter like soaking wet, just so it's not dry, okay? And it's okay if you pour some on the opposite side, it's okay. Just pour. I would start for the middle, because the middle is the filtration. So oil comes in there and then it spreads out. It goes through the fins and then it gets all like filtered. Okay, so I would keep pouring till it's like decent full, guys. And remember, you can fill it up probably all the way too, because this filter is going on like horizontal, like up and down, not left to right or anything. So it's good. You're putting it straight on. Okay, let's keep pouring that, guys. That is good. It looks like it is filling up, and that's a good sign. We can just tap that out, and we can even look with the light too. And there we go. We can fill it up a little more too, if we wish. Okay, well, it spilled a little bit. It's okay, guys. There we go. So I'll say that is nice. So I'll bring this down below, and I'll meet you on the other side, and I'll show you how to put it in. And I read on the bottom, guys. So guys, I looked on the bottom here, and what it says on the bottom of the filter, it says torque to 25 plus or minus. So I'm gonna do 25 foot-pounds. I'll show you when I put that on. Okay, guys, so now we are ready to go underneath and put the oil filter on. But before we do that, make sure you bring your torque bar with you, and put it to 25 foot-pounds, because this oil filter, the spec is 25, guys. Not any tighter, not any looser, 25. And guys, remember, don't drop it, bring it down very carefully. And we're gonna put that tool on there, and the tool is gonna hook right on, and we're gonna torque to spec. But for now, the tool's right there. I'm gonna use a ratchet just to tighten it on. But I'll show you when I'm underneath. Make sure, guys, you take your time on this, because you don't want to cross thread it or anything. I'll see you under there. Okay, guys, we are back now. So it's pretty much draining. There's some drops there, which is okay. I'm gonna get my oil filter here that I put the new filter in, and I'm just gonna bring it up, guys, and I'm gonna slowly tighten it. But guys, remember, put it straight on. And I would take your time with this, guys, because there's no way you can mess it up. But if you do it quick, you can mess it up. You can cross thread it, and I don't want you guys to cross thread it. Once you cross thread it, guys, your engine, pretty much you have to buy a whole new engine or housing or something, because this is part of the block. So if it gets messed up, it gets messed up, guys. So what I'm saying, guys, is take your time. That's just the key of the video, guys. Take your time. So it's tight, that's good. Yeah, so now it's time to use the tool with the wrench. And then after that, I'm gonna torque it to 25. As you see here, guys, it says underneath, if you look on yours, 25 plus or minus 25. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I put my wrench and extension on here. I'm just turning it now, guys. Just making it snug, not too tight, because remember, guys, we're just putting it on, but then the tightening part is going to come from the torque wrench, because we're going to torque it to spec. Okay, when it stops perfect. Now we're going to get our torque wrench in here, and we're going to torque it to spec, okay? Okay, guys, so we have our torque wrench on just the extender here, and we got like adapter that goes from 1 inch to 1/2 inch. So now we're just going to turn it, and when we hear the click, guys, we stop. Okay, there we go. It's like pretty much when I tighten it on, like hand tight, that's all it really had to be tight on, like hand tight. And then just a little bit more with the torque wrench. So this tells you that these filters don't go on that tight, guys. Don't crank it on, don't gun it on with a gun or something. This is the standard spec, guys, 25 foot-pounds. Okay, guys, next thing, we're gonna have to drain the oil out of the drain plane. So we got the oil filter covered, guys, and we're gonna do the oil next. Okay, I'll be back. Guys, so now we're gonna get to the oil. We're gonna crack the drain plug here. I already loosened it. And once we crack it, guys, there's gonna be a lot of oil coming out. So we're gonna have to be very, very cautious, guys. And we're gonna have to catch that, okay? So we are gonna let it come out, guys. And it's gonna come quick, so I'd be quick at it. There you go. So now we got a bucket. We are catching all the oil in the bucket, guys, so just let that drain. There's gonna be a lot of oil, guys, so yeah. I'll be back. Okay, guys, so we're just letting the oil drain. Now it's very important here, guys, when you bring the drain plug out, there's gonna be a washer, okay? That washer, you're gonna wanna move that washer, remove it, guys. Don't reuse it because it's not gonna make a good seal. You're gonna throw that one away. And when I went to a dealer, I always asked them to put an extra washer in. They might charge you 50 cents or whatever, but still, it's still worth it. But sometimes they just throw it in for free. It comes with the oil change kit. But put a new one on, because this is what seals your drain pan with the oil drain plug. So you don't want to have any leaks when you're driving down the road. So make sure that you got this, guys. Put a new one on every single time. So we're just gonna let that drain there underneath, and I'm just gonna clean this up, make sure that it's nice and clean. And remember too, guys, that when I pulled it off, it's a 14mm socket that pulls off the drain bolts, okay? So 14mm, guys. And then we're gonna put it back on, guys. Very important. Again, we're gonna torque it to spec. They say 25 foot-pounds, so we're gonna now move it up to 25. I think that was about the same as we put the oil filter on underneath. So yeah, 25, and we'll put that on tight. But remember, guys, don't over tighten it, don't under tighten it, because if you over tighten it, you can strip it. If you under tighten it, it can come loose. So you guys want to follow the specs on this, guys. I heard so much stories about this. You know, it sounds very simple, very you know, I can't stress it enough. You know, you guys might think, oh, this guy is gonna follow everything. He's torquing everything to expect and everything. But the thing is, guys, if you don't follow to spec or anything, then how do you know your job is right or not? Like, a lot of people say, oh, don't worry, I know what tighty is. It's really tight. The thing is, no. Like, what if it's tight and you over tighten it and you strip the oil pan? You gotta change a whole new pan. And guys, let me tell you something here. I'm gonna show you guys. So make sure you guys have this here, have that ready. Don't lose it too, guys, because you can be in the middle of the oil change and they say, oh, where's the drain plug? I can't find it, you know? And then you're stuck in a car that can't move. If you start it or try to start it, you can blow the engine. But anyways, guys, let me show you here. So it is now draining, right? And that's the drain hole there. And there's threads on it, okay? So if you strip this, the threads on the drain pan, you're gonna have to put this whole new assembly in. And guys, this is the assembly here, there, and look, there's so much that you have to do. You have to take off all the bolts around it. Look, there's pipes around it here. You gotta take off this one. There's so much. You might even have to take off the exhaust. You might even have to move some brackets out of the way. And is it really worth it? Saving a couple of minutes, just not by searching up the torque spec or having a calibrated torque wrench that works. So I would really can't take your time on it. I can't stress it enough. Everyone wants the job done quick. But the thing is, in reality, if you get something done quick, then it might not work out. You know, that's reality, guys. So even right now, I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna go inside, get some coffee or tea, warm up, and then I'll be back. Put the oil a plug on, put a new washer on it, torque it to spec, and then it's gonna be really good. And I'm gonna know that I torqued this assembly, I torqued this one, and the only thing I have to worry about now is getting the level right. The level is also key too, because if you don't fill it the right way, then it can be overfilled or underfilled. But I'm gonna show you that too. So this video is more about take your time, do it right. That's the one thing I want you guys to take away from this video. Take your time and do it right. Okay, so you see, guys, it's almost done draining. but just want to make sure that to get all of it out. And guys, do not start the engine. Do not do anything when the engine is like this. This is it's very deadly for the engine to start with no oil in it. So I can't stress enough. If you have the keys, put in your pocket. Don't leave it in the car with the key and ignition. I heard so much horror stories about that too, guys. Don't do it. Okay, I'll be back after it's done draining, and we're gonna reassemble that bolt. Okay, guys. So, anyways, I'm back at the top of the engine. Another key thing too is always take off the oil cap, so when it's draining, the air comes in and it can drain everything out. So there's no like vacuum on it. Also the dipstick too. I like to pull that up and just put it in just barely, just like that. So there you go. You got everything open. Just make sure nothing falls in it and all. So that's good. And we got everything's looking nice here for now. We're gonna go underneath and I'm gonna explain how we're gonna torque it. What's the procedure? What are the steps? And we're gonna make sure it's done right. Okay, guys. So we're back at the top of the engine now. We upgraded from the bottom of the engine. Now we're back on the top. We're doing the easy part now. So I have my paper here. We did all this stuff. So 2014 Toyota Sienna, oil capacity 6.4 quarts, and it's 20 0W20, and in liters it's 6 liters. And we did all the torques. We did 18 to 25. I put 26 foot-pounds. Yeah, 26 just to make sure it's good. Now the oil, we got a nice funnel, guys. We need a funnel. We're gonna look at the oil here. So let's see. So it needs 6 liters. Let's see how much liters. So this is 5 liters, and this is 5. Okay, so we're gonna use one of these, a full one, guys, and a half here. A full and a half. And then let's see, guys. Some of them are cool because they have the measurements on the side. So look at that. That's pretty cool. So we have going down. So it starts 1 quart 1.5, 2 quart 2.5, 4, and then 4.5, and then I guess the top 4.5. Then after that it's 5. So yeah, we're gonna pour 1 in, guys, and then from there we're gonna check it. But just keep checking. We're gonna pour 1. Well, maybe halfway we'll stop and check and see what it looks like, just so we get a rough idea on the dipstick. And then we're gonna top it up slowly until we reach the markings. Let me show you on the dipstick what it looks like. So you're gonna wanna wipe it off nice and clean with your rag. You're gonna wanna have a rag, guys. Okay. So you're gonna look here in it, guys, and you're gonna see there's 2 markings. You're gonna want the oil to come right up here. So this is below when it's starting to fill up. You're gonna want to come right to that line, right there. Okay, guys, yeah, so as I was saying, you want to make sure that the oil is in between the 2 dots, and max is up here, but we're gonna fill up to the max right there. So in between or max, but nothing over, nothing less. Okay, so we're gonna start pouring, guys. We're gonna get this out of the way. So just remember, I'm gonna put this aside just right here, so I have a rough idea what to look for. Have a rag on your side too, because you need it. Shine up that Toyota logo, because I love Toyota. I don't know if you guys like it too, but Toyota, to be honest, guys, I'll tell you one thing. They make good cars, they make good trucks, they make good vans. And the thing is, this Toyota probably can hit 1 million miles. That's the thing. You just have to maintain it, change the oil, do some basic maintenance, and you're good. So yeah, we're gonna start pouring, and I'll let you know where I get when I finish that up. So I'm gonna use 2 hands because I don't want to spill this oil. And I'll be guys. So I just poured about that much oil, so pretty much not half, but close to half. I'm gonna check on the dipstick and see where I'm at. I know I still need more because this is a 6 liter engine, but look there's nothing. It doesn't even reach. It doesn't even hit anything on the dipstick yet. So that tells me that, yeah, I'm doing good, but I still have to fill more. And yeah, this is a V6 engine, guys. Remember that. So V6 engines, they take a lot of oil. It's not like your average, like, you know, little car that take maybe 3-4 liters or maybe 2 liters. But this is, yeah, it's a big engine here. So I'm gonna show you some more pouring of the oil. So I have it pretty good flow. I think I mastered pouring oil, but be careful, guys. You can't pour it too quick or too slow. There we go. And also, it takes time to like drain into the engine, so you just have to be really patient. So you gotta pour it, and you gotta wait. Pour and wait. Yeah, so as I was saying, guys, this is a big engine. This is like truck engine or a boat engine, or it's a V6, guys, and that's the thing. This engine needs a lot of oil just to stay healthy, you know. Like, it's like us, guys. We need water every day to stay healthy. This is what the engine needs. It needs nice oil so it can stay lubricated, so all the parts can move, all the pistons, all the valves, all the gears, like everything in there. It needs to be very lubricated. So I'm just gonna keep pouring this here, guys, and let's see where we're at. So yeah, now we're almost halfway down. Let's see, just get an idea, just for fun, where we're at. So we didn't even touch the stick yet, nothing. We'll try it one more time just to see, guys. Okay, and yeah, well, not really. We didn't touch anything on the stick yet. So that means that this engine is still hungry, guys. We still have to fill it up. We still have to put lots of oil in, okay? And take your time, guys. I don't want you guys to think, you know, I'm gonna do this really quick. You know, this video is a long time. Why is he taking so long? Well, I'm trying to explain it to you guys in a nice and easy way. And remember, guys, I said this through the video. Take your time, guys, because if you do something quick, yes, you're gonna save time. Yes, you might save some money because you're gonna do some other things in your time, right? Make more money, whatever. But the thing is, you don't want to go very, very quick and then you screw up on something, and then you're gonna have to work backwards. It's like taking 5 steps forwards and then you're taking like 5 back. You know, it's just you're back where you started. You know what I mean? So take your time and go nice and slow. You see, like, there you go. You see something? I went a little quick and it just, you know, it moved, it spilled or something. You gotta take your time. Like, I can't stress that enough, guys. There we go. And we can check, let's check it right now and see where we're at. We're getting up there. There's some on there, but not much, so we gotta keep pouring, guys. Okay. And what you guys can do too, what I recommend too, is since the car is off, you can put it in neutral, roll it off the ramps, and then once it's on a level surface, then you can see where you stand with this, like you know, the levels and all, because right now it's elevated, so it's gonna throw us off just a little bit, very little. Or you can start it up and then turn it off quickly, but the thing is that it has enough oil in the engine right now, but you need to have the right measurements. But what I would do, guys, is just fill it up and then roll it back a little bit, and after that, then top it up. So we're putting the whole jug in for sure, and then this one we're gonna have to be very careful. We're gonna have to check, because we don't want to overfill. So I'll be back once I'm done that, and we're just gonna constantly check that. I'm gonna show you the final result because this is where it gets tricky. But just to let you know, just keep checking. Pour, check, there's nothing to it. Back and forth, back and forth. I pour it, then I lift it up, and then I wipe it off of a clean cloth, and then after I check, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dip it again and check. It's kind of that thing where, you know, it takes time to get it right. You don't get it right when you're just pouring. Say, okay, that's good enough, we're gonna start and go. No, you gotta check, pour, check. So I'll be back, guys, when I have that final measurement right, and when it's perfect, I'll show you. Just, guys, I'll let you know, okay?